Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. This is Victoria at Radiant Moon Tarot, and this is your weekly reading for October 4th through 10th, 2021. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back, and I'm truly grateful for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. So let's get right into your reading. We do start out the week, actually we do have in the middle of the week, I should say. We've got a new moon in Libra, and this invites you to look at areas in your life where you may need to get a little bit more balance. All right, this also reveals truths, things that need to come to the surface, things that need to come to light, things that may have been hidden for some time. All right, this is also where balance and harmony, fairness, and justice also come into play as well. If you're on a manifestation journey, the new moon in Libra is a perfect time for you to start your manifestation journey. All right, we do also have Mercury in retrograde. All right, but it is in retrograde in Libra. So it may cause a little bit of topsy-turviness somewhere in there. All right, but the Libran energy helps you maintain your balance and your equilibrium. So communication is always very much highlighted when we've got Mercury in retrograde there, and there is a little bit of a need to have some cautious communication. So run your spell check, make sure you have your attachments attached whenever you send an email, right? If try and avoid heated arguments, try and walk away. All right, all of those things, okay? And some people will sit there and they'll say, oh, don't make any large purchases during Mercury retrograde. You absolutely can. You just need to avoid making rash decisions. All right, if there's something that you're really just kind of like going to run away with, all right, there is that need to ground your energy a little bit and take that little bit of a step back. You know what? It's only in retrograde until the 18th. Make a purchase on the 19th. Okay. In the meantime, maybe just read the fine print and things as well. All right. Just take that little step back. So if you want to buy something today, you know what? It's probably still going to be there tomorrow. Okay, so a little bit of caution that is required there. All right, but we've got navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. All right, and if you look at this is a new moon that is showing in that in this card here, right? The new moon is where we see just that little tiniest sliver, right? It's not the dark moon, not the void moon, it's the new moon. Okay, so we do see a little tiny little sliver. All right, but this really shows that the moon and stars are really aligned for you right now. So the planetary cycles, the planetary aspects are very important for you, especially in the week ahead, right? With that new moon there, setting your intentions, starting something fresh, a new journey perhaps, setting intentions, setting goals, all right? Making a little bit of a change, okay? It's about getting all of your ducks in a row. All right, so what makes you happy? What gives you emotional fulfillment? Is it a person? Is it a job? Is it an activity? Is it a hobby? Whatever it is, okay, the stars are aligned for you, and this is a great indication that you can be very successful on any kind of manifestation journey or whatever you start right now. Okay, attach your positive emotion to it, right? Really tap into that emotional energy there, and to really make some improvements or again changes in your life somewhere along the way. And we have perseverance as well. All right, sometimes the path to following our bliss, to following our happy, sometimes we do have some ups and downs. Sometimes we've got some challenges along the way, and this is giving you the opportunity to persevere, to overcome your challenges and obstacles that you may be faced with in the week ahead. All right, watch out for number 4. Number 4 relates back to Aries energy. It relates back to the Emperor card. Have a plan, have a strategy, keep both feet on the ground. All right, and don't forget to take action as well in something, but grounded action. That Emperor didn't get to be the Emperor by making rash decisions. All right, so you have what it takes to persevere and overcome issues, challenges, but you're going to take a little bit more grounded, more strategic approach. Now, the interesting thing is with that relating back to the Emperor and also the number 4. Number 4 is about brings us stability, security, a sense of worth. All right, really highlights things that you really value. Okay, it can be your personal values. Okay, it can be your material world. All right, but that 4 brings in that stability and that security. So, and again, sometimes we hit a little bump in the road. Sometimes we hit an obstacle that we need to deal with. But this is giving you the ability to keep on going and to persevere. And so let's pull your tarot and let's see what we've got. Messages for Cancer, please. Messages for Cancer. And did I say it already? I don't think I did. The 20th of October, we actually have a full moon in Aries. And that full moon allows you to detach, change course, release anything that is hindering your progress. All right. So, you know, that full moon in Aries may actually also be very important for you as well. All right. We've got the 10 of Cups. Well, talk about following your bliss. Okay. Nothing quite like the 10 of Cups there. All right. We also have the King of Swords. He looks a little bit bored in that card. All right. But we've got the King of Swords there. We also have the 5 of Swords. Okay. Interesting, because Sagittarius, they had a couple of bright and shiny nice cards, and then they had a 5 of Cups. You have a couple of bright and shiny cards, and now you've got the 5 of Swords. Okay, so so there's something that is maybe you're conflicted about something, and we've got this King coming in here to help show you the way. Advice from Spirit, the 10 of Pentacles. Look at that, guys. You have the 2 best 10s that have come out. The only other best 10 in the entire deck would actually be the Wheel of Fortune. All right, and we've got the 2 of Pentacles as blessings headed your way. All right, so we'll start out with the 10 of Cups. I feel as though some of you are, if you aren't completely content and happy at the moment, all right, this is where you're setting your intentions. All right, this is the manifestation journey that you are on. Okay, and there is a need there to release with that 5 of Swords. There is a need to release any kind of negativity, doubt, anything like that. All right, but the 10 of Cups is one of happiness, bliss, happily ever after card is what it is. Emotional fulfillment, contentment. This represents a potential long-lasting commitment, a relationship. All right, and you know, being surrounded with people that you can trust. So either you are coming out of the weekend and you have had one hell of a good weekend, all right, or this is the energy that you're attracting in the week ahead, right? Happy home life, right? But you could also be setting your intention to attract that into your life as well. What gives you happiness? What gives you your bliss? All right, what does that look like for you? Does it look like marriage? Does it look like friendship? Does it look like big family, small family? All right, what does it look like to you? All right, does it have to do with your sense of worth, your security, right? Is it love? Is it money? Is it both? All right, whatever that happens to be for you is where you're setting your intentions. Okay, so really is one of a very happy, very positive energy that's coming there. So we've got the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords can absolutely be you. All right, it's either you or person. So I'll start with you, your energy. And the King of Swords gives you the ability to detach from anything that is negative, anything that is not going your way, allows you to course correct. All right, also allows you to take a logical approach to something. And especially with the perseverance energy that's coming out here, we also have that 5 of Swords. So when you embrace the energy of the King of Swords, you look at things logically. Communication is very much highlighted with this energy. It also gives you the energy of discernment. So being able to pick and choose your battles, being able to avoid anything negative. All right, being able to really speak up for yourself in a very positive way. All right. This King is, that energy of detachment, right? Leading with your head, not necessarily your heart. All right. So you might start out the week leading with your heart. All right. And then something may happen in the middle of the week where you really need to tap into your brain. All right. Or you really may need to communicate very, very clearly and without emotion, but also follow your intuition as well. Okay, so you might be in a situation where you might need to give a speech. Maybe you need to give a presentation. You might need to even speak your mind in some way, okay? Articulate yourself very well. So with Mercury being in retrograde, that King of Swords is in the upright, so that is helping you with your communication, okay? There also may be somebody that is around you during the week where you may actually need to seek a little bit of advice from this person, okay? They are somebody highly intelligent, okay? They're someone that can take, that can be impartial, okay? Like impartial judgment, impartial advice, impartial wisdom, all right? And they may have a really logical approach to something. So if you, with the perseverance energy there, if you hit a little bit of a bump in a road somewhere along the way, all right, this person can really help you move past something, okay? Help you get over a little bit of a hurdle, all right? So it could be someone in your personal life, in your professional life, whatever that happens to be. Could even be a friend, all right? But certainly somebody who they have a lot of really good things to say. They're fair, they're balanced, all right? So, and it's someone who you may really be able to listen to, all right? But it can also be, you know, we've got the 10 of Cups here. The King of Swords can also sometimes be somebody who is not being open, right? Because they hide behind that sword of truth and justice, right? And sometimes hide behind their intellect. They hide their true feelings. So it may be that you're dealing with a situation, or they're dealing with a situation, especially right beside this 5 of Swords, where they may either be a little bit emotionally unavailable. Maybe they've got something else going on in their life. Okay, this can also represent you being emotionally unavailable as well. You start out okay, and then something may happen to derail you where you actually do need to detach from your emotions a little bit. Something requires a logical approach rather than an emotional one. As we do have the 5 of Swords coming out here as well. So, you know, the 5 of Swords can sometimes be, okay, it can be one of conflict. It can also be a little bit of a heads up that you're about to make a choice that may not be in your best interest. Okay, the 5 of Swords can be one of conquering something, but at what cost, right? And if you look, I actually really like the way that this card is particularly depicted, because this shows a guy with these chips at a poker table, right? He's playing poker, right? And he's like, oh yeah, baby, I won. But is that you that wins? Or are you the one that is experiencing a loss? Because this may be something that a little bit of a gamble, okay, that may not necessarily pan out. So again, with Mercury being in retrograde, be very cautious about where you spend your money. Be very cautious about making rash decisions, okay, and be very careful with your communication. All right. So, you know, make sure that you operate from a position of honesty and truth always, okay? Because again, this 5 of Swords, we can have some conflict. There may even be a conflict of interest that you're dealing with in some way, perhaps a matter of business, all right? And you might be seeking out advice, or someone gives you some advice and you ignore it. Interesting. Okay, so just be very cautious with that 5 of Swords, okay? Especially with the Mercury retrograde that we've got going on, all right? And try and avoid rash decisions. If you're looking at taking a bit of a risk, a gamble, okay, do all of your homework first. And don't make those rash decisions. And we already discussed that as well, because it may not necessarily work in your favor. Okay, but it does feel as though there may be a little bit of a conflict. It could be an internal conflict within you. You may be looking to move on from something that is representing a little bit of a challenge. And, you know, we can certainly tap into this King of Swords energy in order to do that. Okay, so it can be that you are a little bit internally conflicted there as well with that 5 of Swords. And if you are setting intentions, you're on a manifestation journey, all right, there is a need there to attach the positive emotion, to see clearly what you want, speak your intentions in a very positive way. And there is always that little bit of a warning with that Five of Swords energy, that if you are setting your intentions and you are manifesting, make sure you focus on what you want to attract into your life, not what you want to avoid. All right, because wherever you set your intentions is where you put your energy. And we want to make sure that we manifest from a place of abundance and a place of positivity, not from one of avoidance or lack or negativity. All right, so there's that big, big warning there. Okay, so just a little bit of a heads up with your communication. Okay, your advice from Spirit. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles brings about financial security, success in all of your endeavors. Your family tree is quite often highlighted here. All right, so Spirit wants to remind you that whatever decisions you make, whatever conversations that you've got along the way, that you may actually have more than just yourself to think about. Okay, you may have your long-term future to think about here as well. All right, this can be one of taking care of other people, okay, making wise investments, wise choices, not unwise choices. All right, and take a practical, grounded approach to achieve your goals and achieve your dreams. All right, so there may be a real focus here in the week ahead on family, okay, generations maybe even. All right, and it can be that you may find yourself and with the Libra energy, it's all about balance and harmony. Okay, also justice and truth. And we see some of that coming out here. We also have the Two of Pentacles, right? So that is about balance as well. So there may be a situation that you've been dealing with. Maybe you've been spending a little bit too much time away from home. Maybe you haven't been focused on your relationships. That King of Swords being emotionally unavailable, that may be you, okay? Or it could be the way that someone in your life is feeling. All right, so there may be real need there to focus on your family, focus on something long term. All right, but find a healthy balance. The 10 of Pentacles can be about your finances, about your job, right, and about being very successful. But the 10 of Cups, right, is about, that happy family unit, right? Happiness at home in your relationships. So you may need to find a healthy balance between your career, your family, your home, and your business, right? And, and so this King of Swords can really help you see the light, okay? Really help you see things with utmost clarity. All right, and maybe even help you avoid making some decision that you may actually come to regret later. Okay, blessings headed your way. We do have the Two of Pentacles weighing up your options, but also about finding your balance. All right, because when we have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles quite often does represent the need to find some balance, that things are not necessarily in alignment. All right, and again, maybe you're spending too much time at work and not enough time at home, too much time with your nose to the grindstone and not having any fun. All right, so the Two of Pentacles comes in here to help us make wise choices, to help bring some balance and fun into our lives. Okay, so this Two of Pentacles is bringing you that balance, bringing you that energy of discernment. Okay, bringing you the ability to, find a better lifestyle even in there. Okay, so really bringing in that balance, harmony in there, but of course bringing you in the potential and the opportunity to have a little bit of fun as well, but without going overboard. Okay, and oh, interesting, yeah, this person's in a boat. Okay, they're not usually in a boat in the Two of Pentacles, but in this one they are. All right, so have a little bit of fun without going overboard. Okay, and this five of Swords, right, there is that gambling table there. So if you are hitting the casino or going to Vegas or something like that, okay, that's that reminder there to have fun but don't go crazy. Okay, balance in everything. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for you guys, but I'm going to close out your reading with a Moonology card since we've got a new moon this week. Let me just see what we've got for you. Last message, please, for Cancer. Last message for Cancer, please. That's one more shuffle. Whoa, okay, there we go. All right, and there's your card, and we have the mutable boon. We have nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so I'm feeling that this is very much in relation to the message that came out with that Five of Swords about manifestation and about setting your intention. And quite often people do, especially if you're new to manifestation, start small, okay, until you kind of get used to things. But you may be sitting there thinking, oh my God, but my last new moon, my last full moon, I set my intention and I said that I don't want this and I don't want this and I don't want this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go back to the drawing board and reset your intentions. Wipe the slate clean. Okay, reset, regroup, renew, refresh. Don't worry about it. Nothing is yet set in stone, which means that things are still in motion. Okay, so if you feel as though you've accidentally manifested from a place of lack, negativity, of things that you don't want in your life, okay, just go back to the drawing board. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, the universe knows. Okay, they ultimately know. All right, and if you go back to the drawing board and you reset the button, you hit that reset button. Okay, that Staples red button. Okay, it's all good. It's all okay. Okay. It's never too late. There is always, let me tell you about manifestations. There is always a buffer of time between the time where we set our intentions and when the time when things start to happen for us. There's always that buffer of time, and it's for reasons like that. All right. We are actually always constantly manifesting, whether it's subconscious or conscious. And if we were instantly manifesting every thought, every feeling that we had every minute of every day, we would spend so much time cleaning up our mess that the world would be in absolute chaos 24 hours a day. All right, which not to say there isn't a little bit of tumultuous energy going on, which there is, but there always kind of is anyway, to a certain degree. Okay, but we would end up spending so much time cleaning up our mess. So there's always a buffer of time. All right, and it's to make sure that we really want what we're attracting. So if you've done that, don't worry about it. Okay, just go back to the drawing board. It's all right. It's all good. Okay. But it feels as though here, if you are needing to make some change, okay, or to find the balance, to find the harmony, okay, the future is not set in stone. There is still time to course correct. There's still time to make some change in whatever it is that you are working on this week. So, if you, again, though, can really focus on your communication, okay, and really be cautious with your communication. All right. And don't be afraid to go back to the drawing board on something if that's what you need to do. And that King of Swords energy can really help you. All right. If you double check something, okay, and you can always course correct. You can always look at things in a different light, in a different way, and you can always fix something before things get out of hand, okay? Or even before like submission of a document, or even a resignation letter or something, or an email to someone in your organization. All right. Again, there may be a situation there that could be problematic, but that you might actually be able to avoid. All right. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. All right, Cancer, I hope there was something in this reading that resonated with you in some way. If there was, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.